moments changed in a tenth of a second.
This is 20-year-old Erin Steele. If ignorance was a weapon, she wouldn't even need the gun.
Because I thought someone threw a firecracker in the back. I thought Justin did it. Mm-hmm. It was just within 2 seconds. I went like this. I heard boom.
And this is Joshua Henry, self-defense expert, who apparently forgot that sometimes the biggest threat is the person holding the gun.
You didn't see what happened?
No, I just smelled it. I thought they were kidding.
Okay. At that moment, I realized it was a gunshot.
What else am I supposed to do? This is my... What's going on? What's going on? Call the cops. Call the cops. Please call the cops. He's dead. He's gonna die. Call the cops. Call the ambulance.
Please, hurry the fuck up. My friend's dying. Please get here. Please get here. And then, I tried to give him CPR, and I could tell, there was blood in his lungs because I tried to blow into his lungs, and I could tell, it was, gurgling. And I was like, fuck, something's really bad. I feel horrible at this.
And there are two more faces in this mix. At some point, you'll realize this group of people couldn't be trusted with a Jenga tower, let alone a loaded gun. On May 15th, 2022, police were called to a small apartment in Springfield. The report said a 21-year-old named Justin Miller had been shot. Now, let me introduce you to the 5 people inside the apartment, 3 girls and 2 guys. One of those guys would end up in the hospital, and one of those 3 girls actually pulled the trigger. But if you were in that room, just watching them, you'd never guess who pulled the trigger.
Have a seat on the other side for me, please. You have ID on you, or get that out, please? That'd be great. I'm leaving my card. Any questions in the morning, please give me a call.
I don't know how that girl's gonna go back to her apartment tonight, man.
Well, she's on her way back. It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do?
I work at Domino's Pizza.
Domino's, okay. Everybody's back there. Everybody's back at the house, man.
I was taking Andrea home.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, you drove her.
Yeah, she lives all the way in Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know. I thought she said she had a ride home.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because one of the officers was taking her and she said that she had a ride, so...
Maybe one of them are gonna take her.
We could have even given her a ride. I don't know, but we'll see. You have any ID or anything on you, or no? No, okay.
I know my driver's license number.
All right, hold on one sec with that, Erin. Erin Steele.
Yeah.
Okay, and your date of birth, Erin?
3/15/93.
1593.
I'm really scared. What's happening?
How old are you? I'll explain everything in a sec to you.
20.
Okay, 20 years of age. You working?
Me, I was until I broke my arm.
I see that. What were you doing?
I was in school for hairdressing, and
Okay.
I just graduated, and I was about to take state board.
Okay.
But I'm not allowed to take state board till I get cleared from my doctors.
Okay. So that, and how long is that going to be?
I'm supposed to be cleared for minimal work in 3 weeks, and then it's 5 weeks of light work.
I hope it heals quicker than what it should. Do you have any ID on you or anything like that?
No, it's not in my house.
Still back at the house, okay.
Yeah.
Your name?
Madison.
Madison. M-A-D-I-S-O-N. Last name?
Flint, F-L-I-N-T.
F-L-I-N-T?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
February 7th, 1992.
82?
92.
92. How old does that make you?
21.
Are you working?
No, I'm full-time school. I'm about to graduate with my BS and BA in biology and chemistry.
Okay, and what school?
FAU.
Okay, FAU. Okay. The address 21445, that's where we were today?
Yes.
Okay, and that's your place?
Yes.
Are you renting it, or?
No, it's my apartment. I pay for it monthly.
What, you mean you purchased it?
Yeah, I pay.
Okay, so it's not, somebody else doesn't own it, you own it?
Yeah, I pay $1,000 a month for it.
$1,000 a month, okay. And are you the only roommate?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just your place? Nobody else lives with you?
No.
Okay. Real quick. I'm Detective Claire. I'll give you my card. And you are?
Andrea Rodriguez.
Or
April 20th, 1992.
91?
2.
That make you 21 or 22? 21?
Yeah. Why? I was like, what's that make you?
That's all right. That's all right. All right. What's your address?
I just moved. I can find it on my phone. I just moved like 4 days ago. Palmer to Palmer, Cypress Grove, Palmer.
Palmer. What is that? What city?
It's in Pompano Beach. It's in my phone. I just moved 4 days ago.
And what's your phone number?
954. I just got my phone too. I'm sorry. It's in my purse.
You want to take a look? You can pull your phone
I
out.
know it doesn't.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Alright, hold on.
Are you a student? Or
Just going. I'm working.
are you working? Where do you work?
Carabas.
Carrabba's?
Mhm.
In what city?
Pompano Beach, Florida.
The only person who reacts in a way that feels human is Madison, the homeowner. Her reaction may not be purely noble. It's kind of self-centered, almost like she's afraid of what the shooting means for her, but it is absolutely natural.
All right, Aaron. I talked to you briefly out at the apartment, and I asked you to come back, and you agreed to come back. And you know, you're not in handcuffs. You're not under arrest. Okay, you understand that. Okay, but we need to know what happened today. Yeah. Are you willing to tell me exactly what happened? Okay, can you start by
saying I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I wasn't going to do that, but raise your right hand. Everything you're about to tell me in this statement is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I so swear to God.
Okay, could you tell me about when you got up this morning? What did you do?
Let's see. I got up this morning and Olivia brought the baby to my house. And I was watching the baby.
Okay.
And then...
Who's Olivia?
Justin's sister.
Okay.
And I watched her son all day, and we went to Carrabba's. And then we went back to her house, and I was just there, and then everything was fine, and I left to go get Andrea from work.
Okay. Okay. You got up this morning, what'd you do?
I got up this morning. I had to go to work at 10:30.
Okay. Carrabba's?
Yep.
Okay. You were at Carrabba's from 10:30 to when?
Till like 6.
Okay.
And then I waited. My friend Erin picked me up.
Okay. And what time was that? When she picked you up?
Yeah, like 6:40 maybe.
Okay.
I got off at 6, and I waited for her for 40 minutes to an hour. I don't know, 6 to 7.
And she picked you up at the Pompano Carrabba's?
Yeah.
And what vehicle was she driving?
It was like a black all-the-way tinted vehicle. I don't know exactly what vehicle it is.
Who else was in the car?
That's it.
Okay. And where do you go?
After that, we went. First, she was gonna take me home to change, but we didn't even go to my house because there wasn't time to. We went to her friend's house.
Is that where we were tonight?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
If I could just remember her name, I can't remember her name because Maddie. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And we were together, just hanging out for a little, and then we called Josh because we wanted him. Andrea wanted to go to the casino, so I called Josh and I was like, "Oh, do you want to meet us at the casino?" And he was like, "No, I'm at your wife's house." And I was like, "Oh, you're at Maddie's? All right, we're coming there right now."
Okay.
So then we went to Maddie's and we got there, and Maddie and Josh were just hanging out, and Josh was teaching Maddie some defense moves and what to do if somebody charges her and how to defend herself, and everything was fine. And Maddie was like cocking and pulling the trigger on the gun, and everything was fine. She like pointed it at my face and pulled it like 3 times. Nothing happened. Everything was okay.
Everything was okay, until it suddenly wasn't. And once you ask why they even had a gun, you start realizing something was never okay to begin with.
Why do you have that concealed?
I mean, just virtually for my own protection, and you know, I do, like, I'm the manager, so I do leave with large amounts of money at nighttime.
Okay.
And, you know, I take it to the bank, and I just feel like it's a little safer. But
How long have you had it concealed?
I think I applied like February, maybe. It's been like 4 or 5 months, 6 months that I've had it so far.
Okay. All right. Right, Joshua, you get up,
Do you know how, like, am I gonna have a ride back to the residence where my vehicle is?
yeah, matter of fact, the officer just walked in, that was coming over this way. She's gonna take you right out of
Okay,
here
what
and
about
drive you right back.
What about the stuff that was in the other guy's car? I left my cell phone, my keys, my cigarettes.
And what,
in one of the other gentleman's car, the one who drove me here. He told me to leave my stuff in his car.
we'll make sure you remind me when we're done and we're walking out about getting your stuff, and I'll make sure you get your stuff. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, let's start, you get up this morning, what do you do?
This morning I wake up, I have my boss calling my phone asking me, hey man, do you want to come to work? And I'm, kind of like, no, not really. I guess one of the employees, the other manager, was supposed to close the store tonight, couldn't come in, he was sick.
Mhm.
And it was just like it was headache, give me a little bit of a headache. I was like, listen, it's my day off, I don't want to deal with this, find someone else or fire the kid that doesn't come in. Like, he shouldn't have a job if he keeps calling out sick every day. Me and him kind of got into it, and he's like, listen, just forget it, I'll figure out what I can do. I'm like, all right. So I'm just hanging out at home, had dinner with my mom and dad. The girl who's the residence owner of the house, Maddie, me and her were talking. She was up in Stewart earlier this afternoon with her family for, I guess, the holidays and stuff, and she said, hey, when I get home, you want to come over and drink some beer, hang out. I was like, yeah, sure, like I met her probably like 3 to 4 weeks ago through the girl Erin, who I was also with earlier. Me and her, kind of just like seemed to, click and be friends. So she's like, hey, come over, we'll drink some beer, we'll hang out, watch TV, whatever. Because she just got back. I was like, okay, it's my day off. Like, let's hang out, And then everything was fine. I went to her house from about saying like, maybe like, I don't know. I can tell you if I had my phone. It was probably from like anywhere between 5:45 and 6:30 that I got to her house around there.
All right. Go ahead.
We were just hanging out, everything was cool. I went and got some beer for us on the way to her house. I got cigarettes for me and her.
See, what Josh wasn't saying yet was that along with the beer and the cigarettes, he was also bringing something else, a loaded gun. And Madison is about to tell us exactly how that gun entered the picture.
Okay, let's start by what happened earlier in the day, like when you first got up. Tell me what happened when you got up this morning.
When I got up this morning, I was in Stewart. I was still home from Thanksgiving.
Oh, you went home for Thanksgiving. Okay, so you were in Stewart, okay.
So I was doing graduate school applications. And I just turned in my scripts application today. It was a deadline. And I ate flank snakes with my mom at around 2. It was a light lunch, and then we went, she helped me pack up my car, and I went home.
Okay.
I got home around 6.
Okay.
And Josh and I had been planning to hang out. He's been my friend for a little bit. Aaron's been my friend for quite some time now.
Okay. So Josh and Aaron, Josh is the boy that I just saw. Okay. And Aaron is the girl also that came in. Okay. So go ahead.
And Josh came over first, and then Aaron came over, and he brought Stella over. We were drinking some Stella, and he had his gun, and he was showing me, because we were gonna go shooting. It was completely unloaded. There was no clip in.
Okay.
He was showing me how to do this, and I even have a blister from trying to do it.
He was doing what? I mean, I'm sorry.
He was showing me how to pull it
Oh,
back.
rack it back and okay.
It was not loaded whatsoever. I was
So there's no clip or anything
nothing.
in it? Okay.
And Aaron and Justin weren't there when this was happening.
Okay, Aaron and Justin weren't there. Okay.
And Aaron came over, and Justin was with. Justin came before Aaron, and then Aaron came with. I don't know her name. I just met her tonight.
And then Aaron came after?
Yes.
And she came with that
With
other
the
girl?
dark-haired girl.
Dark hair, okay.
Yes, I don't remember her name.
Okay. All right.
She was cool. She was nice. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
I've never been involved with the police. I'm so scared. It's my house.
The idea of hosting a self-defense demo in the middle of a casual hangout is just plain absurd. You don't mix adrenaline drills with alcohol and expect peace.
Now, you said you picked up Andrea today.
Yeah.
You picked her up at work?
Yeah, at Carrabba's.
And what'd you pick her up in?
My dad's car.
And what is that?
A Ford Fusion.
Okay. In black?
Yeah.
Okay. Black. Okay. And then I heard that you said that you were thinking about going out to the casino.
But we went out that
And who are you going to meet out there?
Me and Aunt Andrea were together, and we were going to meet Josh. But Josh was like, oh, I don't want to go to the casino tonight because I went last night and won a bunch of money, and I don't want to jinx myself.
Okay.
So then we were like, oh, okay. So then we were just debating what to do, and we were like, okay, so we'll go to Maddie's. And then I called my boyfriend, and I was like, oh, can you go to Maddie's? And he was like, yeah, sure. And he drove there and met me there.
And he met you there. Okay.
And everything was fine.
So that was 5 of you then at Maddie's.
Yeah, we were. Everything was fine. We were all getting along. We were all hugging. The boys were about to go get food. And then
now, when you get there, who's there?
just Josh and Maddie.
Okay, just Josh and Maddie are there.
Yeah.
And you get there first, or does Justin?
Justin. Oh no, Justin was there.
Oh, Justin got there.
Yeah. Okay. When we pulled up and Maddie walked outside. When we were walking up, Maddie walked outside of her back door, and I was like, "Wifey," and she was like, "Hey, babe." And then we went in the front door, and Josh and Justin were sitting inside.
Okay, so Josh and Justin were inside.
Yeah, Justin, I'm guessing, had just gotten there.
Okay.
The next thing you know, we're just hanging out. The girl Erin calls me. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm going to the casino. And I was like, "No, I don't want to go to the casino. I was just there last night. I won money. I was like, I'm not gonna go back and waste it all." And she's like, "Okay, fair enough." And her phone disconnected. And then I called her back, or she actually called me back and said, "Hey, why'd you hang up?" I was like, "Oh, the phone, something happened." I was like, "So, I'm with Maddie." And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna come over, whatever." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Where are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm at World of Beer. I'll be there soon." I said, "Okay." The next thing you know, me and Maddie are hanging out. I just went, me and her actually went to the Shell on, fuck, where is it at? I think it's a Shell right around Military and Verde Trail by her house. There's a Shell gas station over there somewhere. I think it's on St. Andrews or something like that.
Come around the corner.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Yeah, exactly. We went there. We got a pack of. We went there actually to get beer. They didn't have beer, so I went to the BP on Glades next to the mall. Got another 12-pack of beer. Me and her went back to her house.
Okay.
Everything, was normal. We were just hanging out. I just opened the 12-pack. Actually, no, I didn't even open the 12-pack yet. Aaron's boyfriend, who was the victim that got shot tonight, was, I don't know if they're the boyfriend or girlfriend, but they were at one point, and I think they were kind of like trying to get back together and work things out. And he showed up first. He's like, "Hey man, Aaron should be on her way soon." I was like, "All right, here, have a beer." Me and him had a beer. Next thing you know, Aaron came there with her friend, Alyssa or something like that, and Andrea. She came there with Andrea, and everything was cool. We were hanging out, blah blah blah. I was just, I had my gun on me, obviously, whatever, and I was actually showing Maddie how to physically hold a firearm and not be scared, because she said, "I've never, shot a gun before. Can you teach me?" I was showing her how, to release the slide, how to properly hold the firearm and not get your hand caught in the slide, this and that. Just, the basic stuff. And I guess when I was in the middle of doing that, Aaron walked in the door and seen, and kind of was a little interested, but, didn't really say too much. Just was like, okay, whatever. She knew I had the gun. And every time I was talking to Maddie, I was like, "Maddie, I'm not going to hand you it if it's loaded. I promise it'll be unloaded. Just be careful. And even if it's not loaded, still treat it like a firearm that did have a gun in it, because you never know what can happen." And
so I was just inside, and I don't remember who I was talking to. But all I heard was Justin go, "You shot me."
Okay. Now, you said that you're there and Josh is there. It's Josh's gun, correct? Josh brought the gun over? Okay. And he took the clip out and he took the round out of the chamber, or whatever it was, and he's showing
From what
it.
I knew.
Okay. And when you were racking it, were you also pulling the trigger?
No. I had my finger up on the top like this, but there was
Okay.
no clip in it, and I was not near it when
Okay.
I was shot.
But you were racking it
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
Okay. And then after that happened, okay, what, is this prior to them showing up?
This is, no, yeah.
Okay, so this is prior to
them
Justin
showing up.
and Aaron and that other girl coming over.
Yes.
You think someone bleeding would sober them up. Instead, they're super chill and casual about talking about a gun. This video shows a desperate escape attempt by a criminal who had successfully concealed a weapon, which he then turns on police while still under arrest. You can watch it right now, plus many more Patreon exclusive videos for as little as $2 a month at patreon.com/strangerstoriesplus.
Prior to going out and smoking a cigarette,
Okay.
everybody was in the apartment? All 5 of you?
Yeah, all of us.
You remember seeing a gun?
Yeah, it was unloaded, and Maddie and Josh were messing around practicing on the unloaded gun, and Josh was teaching Maddie how to protect herself just in case anything happened with an unloaded gun, like they were practicing with the unloaded gun.
How do you know it was unloaded?
Because I saw her load it and unload it, like practicing.
What do you mean? Like, when you say I saw her loading?
Like push it back
Okay, so you pulling back the slide,
and then click.
and then she was clicking it?
Mhm.
Okay, and nothing was going off?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And you saw her doing that a couple times?
Oh yeah,
And who was that, Aaron or Maddie?
Maddie.
Okay, Maddie was doing that?
Mhm.
What about Josh? Was he doing it?
He was teaching Maddie how to do it unloaded.
And what about Aaron? Was Aaron also doing that?
No.
Okay.
She was just like she was like teaching Maddie, like, yeah, Maddie, you're not doing it right. You should do it like this, like do it like that.
Okay. So, but did you saw Aaron actually doing it also, pulling the slide back and firing the weapon, or
Yeah, the unloaded weapon.
the unloaded? Okay. Now,
I didn't even know that it was loaded.
so everyone knew it was unloaded then? At some point when you were in
Yes,
there?
because everybody clicked it and obviously it wasn't loaded.
Okay. So, then you go outside?
I mean, maybe not right after. At some point I was outside and that's when I heard the boom, or else I was not inside when I heard the boom. I didn't see anybody shoot anybody.
When do you
Or
think
even playfully or any type of sort of
you
weapon.
remember seeing it getting loaded?
No.
So you don't know who loaded it or anything like that? What did you hear?
I heard a boom when I
No,
was
did you
outside.
hear somebody loaded?
Loaded gun. It like the same click to an unloaded gun sounds just like, I don't know. I just heard a lot of clicks. There's a lot of clicks all throughout the night with an unloaded gun. Click. Oh, we're playing. Click.
So then, is it at that point that the gun is being fired by Maddie and?
Well, Maddie, Justin went outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I got there, I was like, "Oh, hey, babe," gave him a kiss, and he's like, "I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." He went outside, and then Andrea went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I was in the kitchen cutting lemons and just hanging out. And Josh was showing Maddie, like Maddie had the gun on her side, and Josh was like, "Okay, so this is what you do when someone rushes you," showing her. And then Maddie was like, Josh was like, "No, you're too late. If someone was to bum rush you, you would have already been dead."
Mm-hmm.
So Maddie moved the gun to her hip, and everything was fine. And Josh was showing her everything was fine. And then they were playing with the gun, and Josh was showing her. And then we went outside, and everyone was looking at it. And that's where Maddie pointed at me and pulled it, and everything was fine. And then we went inside, and Maddie was like, "Okay, I'm done playing with it," and I was like, "I'm done too," and we just set it down. And then I went into the kitchen and went to get something out of the fridge, and I'm guessing while I was in the kitchen, Josh had loaded it. I didn't even see the bullets ever. Never even seen them.
Did you see it
Unloaded.
being unloaded though?
No. But I seen.
How do you know it was unloaded when
Because-
you guys were firing it?
Because if you look at the bottom of yours, there was a hole in it.
Okay.
I could have put my hand in where the handle was.
Okay.
I could have put my hand in there.
Okay.
And when I picked it up, I didn't even see the underneath. I just seen it sideways. I didn't even look at the bottom. My arm was blocked, and it was just happened so fast. I just picked it up when we were all playing.
Okay.
And I didn't even pull the trigger that hard. I feel like it was more sensitive when it was loaded than it was unloaded.
Okay, but we'll get to that point. But it was, you had said that while you and Maddie were shooting it originally, you knew it was unloaded.
Oh, yeah.
Because of.
The way Maddie was holding it in her pocket, she like picked it up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
When her and Josh was like bum rushing her, and she had it in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So when she like flung her hands up to pull it at him, and it went up in the air and got caught in her jacket, and I could see up the handle that it was empty, and
Okay.
I could see it.
Did anybody tell you though that it was unloaded at that point?
I'm pretty sure Maddie was like, "There's nothing in it," because when she was cocking it back, it would stay cocked back.
Okay, all right.
Like when you cock it back, it stayed back, and she would pull it and it would go forward, and nothing happened. It didn't even make a bang. It just make a little clicking noise, and the thing would move forward.
Okay, all right.
She actually calls it playing toddler's play. Adults with firearms make choices. The word playing alone is crazy enough. Now the detectives are going to be asking who was seated at what position so they can see whose version of events is the closest to the truth.
So, and then you guys.
Me and Matt, that's when I first seen them playing with the gun. Maddie had it in her hand, and she was like playing with it, like, look at me, I'm a badass, like. And then Josh was like, okay, so back to what? If you were.
I don't know if you see what I'm doing here,
This
but
is
I'm
the
kind of
kitchen,
drawing
right?
the kitchen area, and then there's a table right here with a bench. Okay, and then this is, of course, another room here.
Here,
That goes out, and that's
Okay.
like that. Okay, so
Can I see the pen?
yeah, I'm going to give you. Can you, at the time that you pick up the gun, can you show me where you picked it up and where everybody was positioned at this point, if you can remember?
Okay, well, this is the kitchen.
Yeah, this is the kitchen.
And there's like the TV against this wall, and then we'll say that this is the couch. And then there's a table over here,
Okay.
and there's some chairs here,
Mm-hmm.
and the gun was on this table, and the couch is more back here. The couch and the table are almost parallel, and Justin was sitting on the edge of the couch. And Andrea, I'm like, from what I remember out of the corner of my eyes, I'm like 95% sure she was not in the room.
Okay. She says she wasn't.
I'm like
Okay.
almost 100% sure. Everything just happened so fast. And Justin was standing right here, and I was standing right here, and then Maddie was here, and Josh was here, and Josh is the first one that realized what had happened, because I only shot a gun when I was little with my dad. So I didn't even know. I didn't realize what had happened. I thought the bang was just the normal bang that I had been making. Justin, he didn't scream or nothing. He just put his hand on his chest and was like, oh my God, it's blood, I'm shot.
Okay. Now, where's Josh at the
Josh and Maddie
yeah,
were
just
like,
write J for Josh.
they were like
sorry.
right here. I'm pretty sure that Maddie was sitting down and Josh was standing.
Okay.
But I know the boys were like literally getting ready to leave to go get us food. Like they were about to go to Wendy's.
Okay, yeah, I heard that from Josh. Okay.
So Justin was standing. This is a bad picture.
Is it? Did I draw it wrong? Okay.
No, it just like this is all like all too
It's all
close.
cluttered here.
I know.
noticed.
I'm sorry. I try to be a neat freak, and this is very important.
Okay.
So let's say this is the kitchen.
She's doodling like she's in kindergarten. It's honestly sickening to watch, especially when her boyfriend is in the hospital fighting for his life because she shot him.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to draw you a photo of. Kind of like the apartment.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see this or not. Okay, here's the door.
Yeah, the front door.
Here's the door leading out to the patio.
Yes.
Here's the
Couch.
Okay. TV over here, and here
That's
is
the counter.
the counter.
Okay.
Does that seem
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I can understand.
Put everybody where they were
Okay.
as best as you can remember at the time of the shooting.
I believe Maddie was here, so I'll put M for Maddie.
Okay.
I believe she was sitting like right here on the counter, by the sinks here, and then there's the cabinets and stuff are right here. She was sitting like on that countertop. The girl, Andrea, was sitting in the chair right here, because there's 2 stools. She was sitting here. I originally, when I placed the firearm, I would say it was like right here. The gun was like right about here, like because I was here. So I would say I was like right here, and then there's a table right here behind with the chair.
Yes.
And Aaron was sitting in this chair here. The one who actually physically shot the weapon was sitting in this chair right here. I placed the gun down. The box of beer was right here on the counter. So I walked around the counter and opened the. Actually, I didn't walk around. I reached over, but I went like this. Cause I have a bottle opener on my keychain. I opened the beer and went like this to hand the beer to Maddie. And as soon as I handed the beer to her and I took mine to take a sip, I heard the bang and I was like, I shoot my gun a lot. Like I'm proficient with it, but never without earphones or earplugs. I mean, so the loudness made me recognize, but at the same time second guess. And I was kind of like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, why are you being loud in this girl's house? Until I realized what actually happened, and him saying, "Oh, I got shot." And seeing a hole in his chest by it was right here somewhere. I know it had to hit his lung. And
where is he? Because you don't have him down. Where is he seen?
All right. Aaron was here. I believe I'm here. So this is me. This is Maddie. This is Andrea. I forgot about Justin. Okay, so I'll put my name here so you know where I was. Justin was like this. He was like, okay. So the counter's here. I'm saying Justin was right in here somewhere.
Okay, near in.
Yeah, like in between me and him. Like, so I'm saying on the corner of the bar because he was like here, but not like he wasn't right against the bar. He was more out a little bit between the couch. And I guess I don't know if she pointed it at him to play like a joke or what she did, but
now is she pointed at him behind your back?
Yes, I was. She's sitting like I'm like this facing this thing, and she's behind me, like sitting in the chair, kind of over here, and like I could out of my peripheral kind of see her, but I didn't realize she grabbed the gun because, like I said, I turned to hand the beer, and I guess she reached.
Which was over here.
Yeah, I guess she reached around the side of me. Either way, I don't know what she did it, but I physically don't know how she got the firearm. I didn't see her reach for it because I would have said, hey, I would have stopped her and said, hey, let me unload it if you want to hold it. I don't mind you holding my gun, but please let me make sure it's unloaded. And I guess because I was showing Maddie earlier in the night how to use the gun, Aaron must have thought I didn't have it loaded. When I didn't have it loaded, but I did have the clip in it.
Okay.
So what I was trying to show Maddie was how to slide it back and release the slide if you had an empty magazine, so you can put a new clip in. I was trying to simulate like magazine drop, new clip, and slide release, so it would slide forward and you have another round. But I was doing it without the round or the magazine and the gun at all. Like I was just doing it without a magazine. I was like, this is your hand movement, but not having the magazine physically in her hand. Like I had it on the table. And I guess Aaron must have thought the magazine was still out of the gun in my pocket because I put it in my pocket most of the time. And then one time I set it on the table because me and Maddie were talking. That's when she first got there, actually. Aaron wasn't even there yet, so that's really irrelevant. But the whole time that Aaron was there, I would, like anyone, I would make sure the magazine was in my pocket. And I would be like, here, you can hold the gun. Like, if you have a question, just, don't point it at someone. And
there's the chairs here. And there's a little space. There's a cabinet here. And there's Maddie's little study table right here. And then there's the couch right here. And there's the TV. And here's the table.
Correct. And then the door to go out's right here.
This is Maddie's room. And here's the door to go outside. And this would be the front door right here. And the gun was sitting on top of the table.
Okay.
And it was facing the window, or facing the door. When it was pointed, it was facing the wall, so I couldn't see the other side.
Oh, okay. All
It was
right.
facing away from me.
Facing away from you. Okay.
And I just picked it up and pointed it out.
Now, so you picked it up with your right hand?
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach over, you grab it on your right
Do you
hand.
want to put yours?
No.
And he's like, no! Okay, here, I'm gonna make a pretend one out of this paper.
Okay.
So let's say this is.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sitting like this, and I walked up this way.
Okay, so you're over where I am then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just walked this way and just grabbed it, and we were all messing around, and I just pushed on the trigger a little bit, and I feel like it triggered so much easier that time than the rest. Like when we were doing it before, we really had to pull on. Maddie like really pushed my finger in when she was holding my hand when we were doing it. When she did it, she really pushed it, and it like I could feel it made like a big movement.
Okay.
It didn't.
Now,
it didn't do
did
that.
you have to rack it at all?
I think
Or no?
I tried, but I don't think I pulled it back all the way. I don't, because of my arm. I would have pulled it with this hand. I tried to pull it back, and it just moved back a little.
Okay,
And that was
so you put your hand on it like this,
and I moved.
and then you rack it?
But it didn't pull back
Okay.
all the way like when Maddie was playing with it.
Okay.
She pulled it back really when she
Really far and it locked?
And it did.
But it didn't lock?
It didn't do that.
Okay, alright. So you pull it back.
But it didn't go. It probably when Maddie was pulling it back, this top part of the gun, I'd say would move back about 3 inches.
Mm-hmm.
When I was holding it, I think I only maybe pulled it back 3/4 of an inch.
Okay, alright, about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, alright. Just because that makes a little bit more sense then, as far as, what people have been saying and all that. So now, where is the picture? Your picture. We're gonna go with your picture. Put your position. That's you. But there's Justin's. Okay. That's Maddie. Josh, was she standing? Or was he sitting?
I'm not 100% sure. I just seen right after it happened, he just was like up and in my face.
Okay.
So
Was
that's
he on the couch?
He was sitting like, it wasn't sitting on the couch, but he was like standing against like the side of it.
Okay.
Like,
so he was leaning up against it?
Like
maybe?
leaning against like the arm part. Like standing up ready, like just waiting for Josh to get his stuff to go to Wendy's.
Okay. And you said the other one, which is
Andre.
your friend, was probably outside at the time.
Yeah, I'm like 97% sure she was not in the room. I'm like 97% sure that she had just gone outside to smoke a cigarette.
Okay. All right. So, rack and then pull the trigger once?
That's it.
Okay.
I didn't even pull the thing halfway. If you're looking at the trigger, halfway, and it's just like bam.
Okay.
Bam.
But it
Bang.
was only once.
Yeah. Bang. It made a loud ass fucking noise.
What did you do after that? Where's the gun go? Or don't you remember?
I think I seen Justin grab his chair. I just set it down and ran at him, and I grabbed him, and then he like ran to the door. Everybody just flipped out. Everyone freaked out. Josh like started crying. He ran to the corner and started crying. He's like, I'm gonna go to jail. It's my gun. What the fuck? And it was like, no, it's an accident, Josh.
Okay. All right.
They call it an accident. Maybe it was. But accidents don't mean absolute innocence.
Now, in Maddie's explanation or diagram, Andrea is not here.
No. I could have.
Speaking with Andrea, she said she was out on the patio smoking a cigarette at the time. I don't know.
Let me think because she did go out back to smoke a cigarette, but I'm trying to.
Because she would almost be right in the way.
I don't. She couldn't have been there because, to be honest with you, where Justin was, the chair where she was sitting. There's 2 chairs. She was sitting at the closer one, so we were all kind of in a group. And for me seeing where he got hit, like actually physically hit in the chest, and where she was sitting, it would have had to either pass between me or pass between her. And it's a surprise, like she didn't get shot. So what I'm thinking is, I think what happened, I was in the house, and like I said, I was distracted with Maddie trying to have a conversation. I wasn't like, the last thing on my mind was someone getting shot. So I took the beers and was like this, and maybe she did go outside because when when I like seen Justin was shot and see him start walking to the door and slump and hit the door and fall to the ground, out of the corner of my eye, I seen her kind of like come behind me, but I stood up and said, "Everyone get the fuck away from him," and like kind of pulled him away from the door so I could open the door and go outside and look for the address. And at that time, like, it was just such a jumble that after that I walked back inside because I didn't want to leave him alone. You know, like I didn't want to leave him alone. I wanted to make sure he was at least breathing and shit. And when I walked past the stairway to go back in the front door, I guess he tried to move because I opened the door and it hit him in the head.
Okay.
So I kind of I kind of pushed him out of the way with the door, but not like enough to like, you know, hurt. I didn't want to hurt the kid. He was already fucking shot, you know, and I pushed him out of the way, and I think she either snuck behind, like didn't go in the house, but she was like maybe underneath the stairs where they come down, hiding, and I looked at her, and that was it. Like, where she was, to be honest with you, I don't know. Maddie, I know for a fact, was in front of me, and Aaron was behind me on that table.
Okay.
Like,
so it's almost similar to
yeah,
Maddie's.
almost similar. Like Andrea was sitting in the chair at one point, but it happened so fast that I don't know if she went to go smoke a cigarette when it happened and came in. But you know, all I know is I looked and I heard the gunshot, so I turned around and I seen Aaron here, like kind of in shock, and then me and Justin were gonna actually go get beer. So I said, "Okay, what happened?" And I was like, "Justin, let's go outside real quick." And I was gonna say, you know, like let's get the fuck out of here. Let's, you know, do whatever. Not like let's leave because the gun went off. But I was gonna say, like, everyone get outside. I don't want nothing to be here. I want to look at the house, see where the bullet went, make sure it didn't go outside and hit someone's car. Like, I want to see what happened. This is my gun we're talking about here. No one else is at fault except for me. Like, you pulled the trigger, but me being a gun owner, I'm responsible. You know, I understand. I'm responsible, and that's why I feel so bad because this kid is in the hospital now, all because of something that's, you know, my possession. And
so what happens then?
We're smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm outside smoking a cigarette, and I hear something really loud. And then I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I hear a whole bunch of people crying, and they're inside, and I don't even know them. Like, I don't know most of them. I just hear Josh. He's crying, saying, "Call the cops." And I'm like, "What's going on?" So we call the cops.
Okay. So
that's all I remember.
You're outside smoking a cigarette, and who's out there with you?
I don't want to confirm or like anybody. Like, I know Josh is probably out there with me. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you don't know.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're out. You're smoking, and what did you said? You heard something?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
A boom. It fucking hurt my eardrums.
Okay. Like a gunshot?
Yes.
Okay. And how many did you hear?
One.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay. And what do you do?
Scream.
Okay.
And then I'm asking what's going on.
Where are you asking this?
When I go inside, what's going on?
So you
what
go
happened?
inside,
yeah, to see what the fuck happened.
And where was Aaron at the time?
I think she was to the right near the kitchen counter, and I think Josh was right to the left of her.
Okay. So.
I can draw it out for you.
Yeah, if you would please draw it out, that would be great. Here you go.
Okay, so I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is Justin.
Mm-hmm.
This is my door. This is my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I think Aaron was right here. I think Josh was right here, and I think the gun was right here.
Okay.
And I think.
And where was the other girl?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
Okay.
I have a couch right here.
Yes, you do. And then there's the other entrance.
And the door.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think she could have been here. Or she could have been sitting at one of these chairs.
Okay.
But I was here.
Okay.
And all I heard was just Aaron screaming, like, "Oh my God." And I didn't even hear it. I just smelled it. And I was right next to him. And I looked over and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oops.
What's strange is this. Madison, the girl with no real connection to Justin, is the one crying. Meanwhile, Erin, the girlfriend, the one who actually shot him, is dry-eyed and detached. Everything you've seen so far is the prelude. Weird enough on its own, but the next few minutes are going to describe the accident.
Okay.
The next thing I know, I took my gun out of my waist for a few minutes. I set it on the counter right next to me where the beer was. I grabbed the beer from me and Maddie. I opened them. The next thing you know, I handed her the beer like this. I heard the bang. I went like this and turned around because at first it kind of like caught me off guard. Like she maybe like what it sounded like was she lit a firework in the house or she like opened a bottle or something, but it was loud and I was like, oh shit, like what was that? So my instant reaction was to turn around and I seen her and she like I don't remember seeing the gun in her hand. I don't know if she dropped it and got scared or what happened, but I heard the bang and it turned like this and I started to say, what the fuck was that? And when I said that, the dude said like this and he grabbed his chest and said, I've been shot. And I was like at first I was like, you gotta be shitting me, right? And then I looked and I seen like I could tell like there was a little blood here. And he just started going like getting all dizzy and he hit the front door of the house and slumped down, man. And from there on it was just like, you know, call 911, fucking let's do something. I tried to do everything I could. I tried to like pick him up and say, hey man, like, you know, there's blood on my hands and my arms and my clothes and shit. I tried to give him, you know, CPR and like it scared me because I was looking at him and his eyes were rolling back in his head and he was bleeding from his mouth. I was like, dude, I can't give him CPR mouth to mouth because he's bleeding, you know, I can't like try to put my mouth on his mouth when there's blood. I don't know if he has anything, you know, like I was trying to protect myself. So I just like, I gave Maddie the phone when I called 911 to be able to give them her address because I didn't know it. She took my phone and I guess went down the street to a neighbor's house and I tried to give him CPR and I could tell like there was blood in his lungs because I tried to blow into his lungs and I could tell like it was like gurgling and I was like, fuck, something's really bad. Like I could see his eyes rolling back and I was just trying to like give him CPR and I said, well, this isn't working, you know, like I could feel a pulse but it's very little and I said, like I have to get on the phone with 911 and see what I was like, please, like hurry the fuck up, my friend's dying, like please get here, please get here. And then the lady's like, calm down, I need to ask you, you know, is the gun in a secure position? I said yes. I went in the house and made sure it was on the counter, unloaded for the, you know, the officer that got there to be safe. And like the last thing I remember is looking at his face and seeing blood come out of his mouth and then running outside and seeing a officer with the lights on and I ran out and like flagged him down and I said like, please help my friend, please, like, you know. And from then on it's just a blur, man.
Okay.
And Maddie was like, oh, here, you have a broken arm, so I'll hold it with you because my arm's hurt. And so she held it with me and she was like, see, it's fun. And I pulled the trigger and nothing bad happened. And then we were done playing with it and I set the gun down and Josh picked it up and moved it and I turned around, I was cutting lemons. And I was eating the lemons and I turned around and thought everything was okay and I just picked it up, playing with it. And pointed at Justin, playing like everyone was playing with me, and I pulled it in this big bang went. And then he grabbed his chest and he was like, I'm bleeding, I'm shot. And I ran and grabbed him so fast. And then he just ran to the door and he fell and everybody started freaking out.
Now, you said you were, you picked up Andrea today.
Yeah.
You picked her up at work?
Yeah, at Carrabba's.
And what'd you pick her up in?
My dad's car.
Instantly, her voice levels out, like flipping off a switch. There seems to be no malice here. It is probably just immaturity. Aaron clearly seems to be somebody with the emotional IQ of a soap bubble.
The last thing I
Probably
remember
about the direction.
Yeah, like it had to have been because I was here and I heard the bang, so I kind of backed up a little bit, and at that time he was walking towards her. I don't know why he was walking towards her, but I guess he kind of was in shock and didn't realize he got shot because it was fine. It was just a loud bang. He looked around. He was fine. Like he was just looking around, and then all of a sudden it just went from him being aware of the situation like I was to try to figure out what happened to. He's like, oh fuck, I got shot. And I was like, yeah, right, bro. I was like, are you kidding me? And I was looking, and he went like this and pulled his jacket, and I seen the hole, and I was like, that, like right there just turned me into a different type of mode. Like I pushed Aaron out of the way. I said, Aaron, get the fuck out of the way. I was like, call 911. You gotta call the ambulance. Like right now, I tried to like make him like, I kind of tried to like say, hey Justin, but it was just such a fast thing that I think from him realizing he got shot, he got into like shock. He went into shock, I think. And from
According to Maddie,
Mhm.
Maddie puts herself right here.
Yeah.
Puts Josh closer
No,
here to
Justin.
the door. Or Justin.
Yeah.
Puts you and puts.
Yes. Me. All right. Well,
In the gun here, do you think that she grabbed
She
it here and
could've-
shot in front of you?
it had to have been behind me because, to be honest with you, the way that I was positioned, like she was kind of here and Justin was kind of here, so
Okay. All right.
which kind of makes me wonder how, if I was in between both of them, I wasn't the one to get shot. Like that's what I was just thinking the whole time. How did I not get hit with this bullet? And like Maddie said, yeah, I really do like. I want to see her drawing and depict it because her point of view maybe was a little better because, like I said, she was actually physically facing Aaron and could see what was happening. Like all I know is I took my gun like this and set it on the counter, and it was like right within from here to here's vicinity of me because I wanted to make sure I could still keep it in my eyes reach. But that split second that I reached over to take my attention towards Maddie and finish the conversation I was having with her.
Yeah.
It was just like within 2 seconds. I went like this. I heard boom. I put my beer down and I looked because I thought someone like threw a firecracker in the back. I thought Justin did it. To be honest with you, I thought he threw like a firecracker or something in the door of the house because it was that echo. And then I looked like this and he was okay. So then I looked like this at Aaron, and her eyes kind of like something wasn't right. And I said, oh shit. And then it hit on me because Maddie said, Aaron, did the gun go off? And at that moment, I realized it was a gunshot, so I instantly tried to find the gun. I cleared the weapon, and I said, Aaron, what happened? I was like, I was trying, like, at first, like I said, I thought the gun just physically had a discharge, but didn't hit anyone. I didn't think he got shot. So my first reaction was to take the gun, put it down, and figure out where the bullet hole went, so I could explain to Maddie, hey, I'm sorry, let's call the cops, whatever we need to do. And then, as soon as I heard him say I got shot and I seen it, my mind switched into survival mode, and I was like, listen, we got to get this kid to the hospital, call the police, do what we got to do from there. Her picture could have been right, but I don't think that she shot in front. I mean,
Yeah, she shot across.
if she shot in front of me, I don't know how I didn't get hit. I think it happened behind me because I think Aaron took the gun and tried to because I kept saying, Aaron, don't take my gun unless you let me know. It's a gun, don't fuck around with it. And she's like, okay. And I think she, was just trying to play around but didn't really mean to shoot him. I don't think she knew it was loaded. Or not loaded, but I didn't think she knew it had the magazine. And she tried to do what I showed Maddie, how to slide it back and release it. And when she did that, she didn't think there was any bullets in it and pulled the trigger. And that's what happened. And it shot him.
No.
That's my determination. I was facing the opposite way, but...
How's a man teaching self-defense but skipping gun safety? If you don't know how to keep from shooting yourself, maybe the threat you need protection from is you.
So then they come over, and what happens?
And we're just talking, we're chilling, we're just drinking Stella, and we're just hanging out. And I guess Josh put the clip back and put it on the table, and I guess Erin, she came up to me after I heard it, and I smelled it. I didn't see anything happen. I just smelled it.
You didn't see what happened?
No, I just smelled it. I thought they were kidding.
Okay. Where were you at the time?
I was right next to him.
He
was to my left. Justin.
Okay, so you're standing next to Justin. Let me step out for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So,
Do you know if he's okay?
At this point, you didn't see Erin shooting in your direction?
I didn't
You just
know.
heard
She
it?
told me that she didn't.
You didn't hear it though?
I heard it and I
Okay.
smelt it.
And you smelled
I
it.
smelt it.
And when you looked and saw Erin, she was in that position right there.
Yeah. It could be flip-flopped.
Or it could be either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
And the weapon at that time though, when you hear it and you smell it, when you look for it, where is it?
I didn't see it.
Okay, do you know if Josh fired it?
No. Erin told me that she did.
Okay. So you know, you didn't see it,
No.
you fired.
I smelled
You
it.
said,
And then
you
Erin
think
said,
it was-
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And what did she say to you?
She said, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was loaded. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she just kept repeating it. And I didn't know what happened. And I smelled it. And I flipped out. You know, what else am I supposed to do? This is my house. Nobody wants to.
And what did you see?
I saw a dead body. I saw something dead. I saw Justin dead by the front door.
Who's Nero?
Josh and Aaron.
Okay. And where was Maddie?
Probably like around the kitchen, like around the kitchen counter, crying or something or screaming too.
Okay. What was being said?
What's going on? What's going on? Call the cops. Call the cops. Please call the cops. He's dead. He's gonna die. Call the cops. Call the ambulance.
Okay. Anybody saying anything about who shot who or what was being said?
Aaron was saying, I didn't mean to shoot him. I didn't mean to shoot him.
Okay, so Aaron was saying, I didn't mean to shoot him.
She was.
Um,
That's what I heard.
I'm sorry?
That's what I heard.
Okay. You didn't see the shot?
Justin being shot was absolutely senseless. Aaron had a beer and smoked marijuana. Josh downed 8 or 9 beers. Andre and Madison were equally drunk. Why was a gun even near them? So detectives asked, 1, how does an unloaded gun fire? 2, did Aaron pull that trigger on purpose?
And
All right. So then you're all in here, and you said you think you placed the weapon right here.
yeah, it
Was
was
it not in a holster?
no, it was inside my waistband.
Okay. So
And
you
I
just tucked it inside.
And I just tucked it in and I pulled it out and put it right here on the counter. And the magazine was in the firearm at this point because I had it on my waist because me and Justin, I took the gun from Maddie because she was holding it. I said, hey, listen, me and Justin are going to go buy some more beer real quick. Can I have my gun? You know, we're leaving. Can I have my gun? And she said, okay. I took it and physically, you know, put the magazine and put it in my waist. Something distracted us from going to get more beer. I think, Justin said, oh, hey, I don't drink Stella. Can we go get some Corona or something like that? And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. I need cigarettes. Let's go. So we were getting ready to leave, and that's why we came back inside to finish the rest of our beer to go get more when all this shit happened.
So then the gun was taken out and placed on the counter.
Exactly. The gun was taken out, placed on the counter because we weren't physically leaving at that point. I said, okay, you know, if we're going to sit down, I want to be, you know, comfortable. Like, it's in my vicinity. If I'm going to leave this little area, I'm going to take it with me because that's, you know, that's just me. I always take it where I am so I can have an eyesight on it. And like I said, like that just instant reaction of, you know, Aaron, me going like this and talking to Maddie and not paying attention for 2 seconds got someone shot. I just want to try to like think over this whole situation because like it was just like everything was perfect, everything was cool. Like I said, Aaron, like I showed Aaron and Maddie at the same time, like I said, how to know the gun wasn't loaded. And I guess like what happened is Aaron just thought the magazine wasn't in the gun and went to try to, you know, slide it back and replicate how you would load a firearm, and didn't realize the magazine was in the weapon and shot him.
That weapon be fired without anything in the chamber?
What do you mean?
Can you pull the trigger on it?
Without a bullet in the chamber? Yes, sir. You can. You can because it's a striker fire weapon.
Okay.
So.
And would it automatically then place a round in the chamber by pulling the trigger?
No.
So you physically
yes, sir.
Pull back on the slide in order to put one
sir.
in there.
Because
unless there's one already in the chamber.
Exactly. In order to make the weapon fire, it will not physically load one into the chamber unless you slide it back. You have to physically slide it back and make the effort. And it has 2 safeties on it, one on the trigger and one on the back pressure plate. So she physically had to be trying to slide it back, and like, you know, that's okay with me, but the fact is that she didn't pay attention to the fact that it had a bullet in it. And it's my fault, like, it's my weapon, I understand, like, I feel horrible at this.
So the story was that Josh unloaded the gun first while teaching Maddie how to take out the magazine and how to clear it. Then, when the lesson ended, he loaded it again and just carelessly placed it for Aaron to later pick it up.
Now, and I'm going to check the amount of rounds in the gun. But the one that is by the table, could that have been one that you thought you were missing outside, or probably not?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I really
so you
don't,
think
because
that was caused
because
by
I noticed the fact, like the only time I took them out of the magazine was when we were outside and I set them on the table, and she tried to load them
right there?
Yeah, outside the house, on the back patio. When before Aaron was even there is when this all me losing the bullet happened, and I said okay. I didn't catch it, you know. I just loaded them in. Me and Maddie went into her house. She opened a beer for me and her, and she was watching some TV show, Dracula or something. And when she was doing that, I said, okay, let me make sure all my bullets are here. You know, I know how many it came with. I know how many, I want to count them. So I took them out. I physically counted them. I said, hey, Maddie, there's only 15 here. I started with 16. She said, oh, are you sure? And I said, oh,
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, like I know, And she's like, well, it must be outside because that's the only place we were.
So what you're saying, there should be only 13 in the magazine? Right
The
now.
one missing plus the one shot, there should be 14. No, you're right, because you said that there's one by the table too, which I don't know how that got there. Maybe it got kicked in from outside, but I don't think so because
Well, I'll check. If there's 14 there, then that you're missing one. Fair to say.
there, as far as I know, there were 16 when I started. Right now, with the one missing that I know, plus the one that was fired into Justin, there should be 14. If there's only 13, then that means that another one somehow got out of the magazine in her possession because I know I didn't do it.
Right at the table.
Exactly, right at the table too. Which I don't see how she would pull the slide back and not realize and see a bullet pop out. Maybe she didn't see it pop out and that's why she thought it was empty and pulled the trigger. And
Almost everyone in this case seems to be immature. Even Josh, who might not be the shooter, can't keep his story straight. Even retelling shifts some detail. If you're into clean designs with a criminal twist, you want to check out what's live right now on strangerlabel.com. From heavyweight t-shirts and hoodies to tank tops and sweatshirts, it's all made for fans of mystery, suspense, and everything in between. Take a minute. Browse over at strangerlabel.com, and let's get back to the case.
Let me write some of this down. Okay, so the gun goes off.
Justin,
you don't know where you put the gun, or
I'm pretty sure I set it right back down, because I was
back on the same table.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then what did you do?
I proceeded to him,
Okay.
and he had gone to the door, and then he fell to the ground, and then his head went back, and then everyone was freaking out, and they called the cop. Everyone was flipping out, and I just lifted his shirt up to see where it was, and it was below his chest.
Do you you remember how many times you were firing the weapon when it didn't have a round in it?
I only
Like 1, 2, 3,
I only
4?
did it once with Maddie, but Maddie.
Okay, just once.
I don't know, and Maddie was helping me, but Maddie had pointed it at me joking around and pulled the trigger 3 times, and she had been pulling it with Josh in self-defense
For a lot more.
5 to 10 times.
Okay, so you only pulled it once during the practice portion of it. Okay.
And I was being assisted.
Okay. All right.
That's my arm.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Tell me about your relationship with Justin.
We've been
How long you been dating?
over a year.
Okay, so over a year.
Yeah.
Were you going out? Still going out? Did
Yeah.
you break up?
Well,
Or?
we broke up a month ago. We were
Okay.
back together, and we were doing good.
1 month ago you broke up, but you're back together?
Yeah. No, everything was fine. We've been being good. Everything was good. Everyone was getting along. No fight.
Okay, no fighting or anything
No,
like
he
that?
was texting me, but hurry up. I love you. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. And you guys both knew you were going to go to the same house tonight,
Oh, yeah.
correct? Okay. All right.
Josh called Justin as well.
Okay.
We all called. I'm not the only.
But what I'm saying is, just before the shots, there was no arguing or anything between you and Justin?
No.
Was there any arguing between you or anybody else?
Nobody was arguing.
Nobody was arguing.
Nobody was arguing.
It was a good time.
Everybody was having a great time, and
Okay.
it just.
And Justin and Aaron, how long have they been going together?
Let's see. I think about 2.5, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. it's
So
a
they've
long
been seeing
time.
each other for about 3 years?
She was telling me the other day that she was having separation anxiety.
Why? They were separated?
Yeah, they were broken up.
Oh, they were broken. Okay.
But Aaron would never, ever do that on purpose.
Were they fighting though tonight?
No, not at
They're-
all.
Nobody was fighting
No,
tonight
and
in the
it was
apartment?
just completely calm. We were just all hanging out.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Do you know Justin?
Not really.
You know Aaron though.
Yeah, through my friend Carissa. I've met Aaron a total of 8 times.
And how well do you know Aaron?
Not that well.
Okay. Do you know their relationship?
She told me about it,
Okay, what'd she tell you?
that they fight, but she still loves him,
Okay.
and yeah, just stuff like that.
Do you know, are they still going out or anything like that?
She said they were.
Okay. And how was their attitude towards each other there at the party?
Oh, fine, I thought.
Okay, well, did you see them fighting at all?
At the party, no.
Okay, where did you see them fighting?
Heard them. Like, she was just saying, like, she's mad because he's not doing the right thing, and she wants him to do the right thing, but
Mhm.
she still loves him, she still wants to stay with them, and they weren't fighting when I saw them together.
The moments changed in a tenth of a second.
I gotta ask you, did you mean to shoot him?
No.
Okay.
No. Not at all. Not at all, ever.
You had told me though that you pointed in his direction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you pointed, in other words, at him and not over here
Oh, yeah,
in his
we were-
direction. Because
we
it
were
was
all-
happening earlier.
Yeah,
the
we
other
were-
day.
Not he pointed right at me, like, not even at, like, my body. She's, like, pointing at my head.
Uh-huh.
And we were all just playing around and nothing had happened. I seen it was empty. And I guess because she was helping me, when I had it in my hand, I just didn't feel the weight different because somebody else was holding it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never shot a handgun like that. I don't know how much it weighs loaded or not unloaded. I only shot rifles.
Okay.
There was no visible motive for Erin to aim at Justin that night. Everything suggests she didn't need to, but her manner, including her posture, the way she talks, and the words she's choosing, grows stranger by the minute. And in 3 minutes, you'll see something that underlines this entire mismatch.
Okay. All right. The only other thing that I'm going to ask you is, obviously, the shooting occurred inside your place. Okay, and it's your place and your place only, correct? Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you for consent to search, to go in, to grab all the items and get everything out of it. Okay. And that's what this form is for.
Okay.
Okay. So right now I'm going to put down the case number.
Okay.
Now understand what's going to happen is we're going to have an officer take you out there. Okay. We're going to have somebody come in and search, so you're not going to be able to get in. Okay. You understand that you can sit there with it, and if there's an issue with the search or anything like that, if you have any questions, you can ask the officer.
I just want to make sure my cats are okay.
Okay. All right. And you know they can take care of that also for you. Okay.
I want to make sure Jess is okay.
How many cats you have?
2.
All right. All right. Let me step out real quick. Raise your right hand. Everything you just told me in the statement is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Absolutely.
Okay, you think of anything else I may be leaving out? Is there anything else you think I should know?
No, I mean, like I said, they were fighting back and forth together, and like everything that I told you was.
Okay. All right, if you would, raise your right hand for me. Everything you just told me in the statements, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
It's true.
Okay. All right, just hang real quick right here, and I'll get somebody to take you back, okay?
Alright, cool.
You got my card, right?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay. If there's anything that you can think of, please give me a call tomorrow, or today, I should say.
I was, if I thought of anything else,
Okay,
I will.
just hold for 1 second for me.
Am I not allowed to go to the hospital?
I don't know. I'm going to be going to the hospital, so I don't know.
I
Okay.
just don't leave them alone.
Raise your right hand.
Oh, sorry.
Everything you just told me in this statement is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about what happened tonight.
I swear to God.
All right. Well, you got my card right there. Okay.
So what's gonna happen?
Give me a call in the morning if you think of anything that you can remember. We're gonna leave here, and we're gonna go check, obviously, on Justin. And I've interviewed everybody involved. We've been over at the house, so we've gotten the handgun that was used and
Is
all
Josh
that.
gonna get his gun back?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay. He really likes that thing.
All right, well, thanks for coming in and giving your side of the
No
story.
problem.
Okay, I really do appreciate it. You've been very kind. Okay? Let's go.
Somehow, Aaron cares more that Josh gets his gun back than that Justin lives. Finally, Aaron Steele and Joshua Henry were charged with manslaughter by culpable negligence. Aaron pleaded guilty to manslaughter, and in exchange, she was sentenced to 7 years of probation. And if she completes it without another offense, she walks away without a permanent felony. And Joshua's manslaughter charges were dismissed by the judge, who accepted the defense argument that his involvement was negligent, but not culpable negligence. Thank you for watching. Check out my Patreon link in the description below and drop a like on this video. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. I'm always curious to read what you thought of the case.